Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to be telling a story about a collection that I bought of some awesome Pokemon cards. So sit back and relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the story. But before we hop into it and all the details, I did want to let you know that we're still doing a giveaway during the month of December. All you've got to do to enter is subscribe, like, and comment, and you're entered to win this Roaring Moon EX box that I've got on screen right here. And that's all you've got to do. Subscribe, like, and comment, and you're entered to win. So, to get right into this video, what happened was, and we'll just call him Ben for the sake of this video, I was browsing for some Pokemon cards, and I found Ben, who had some cards that I was interested in, and he also had some other things, like sleeves and ETB containers and stuff like that. So I reached out to Ben, and I said, hey, I'd love to come check it out. So I came, and it was someone local, and I ended up buying some cards from him, but not everything. I didn't buy the collection right then and there because I actually didn't know about a collection. He just had a few things listed. And he was actually a really nice guy. I really enjoyed talking to Ben, and we ended up running into each other a couple other times in town because, like I said, he was local. So we ran into each other, and I even talked to him a little bit about grading cards and that I was sending in my first submission, which was a couple years ago now. And I told him about grading, and he mentioned about a few cards that he was thinking about whether they were worth grading or not. And he was telling me about, all these different cards that he has. And one of the cards, one of the big ones, was the Pikachu VMAX from Vivid Voltage. That's right, that hyper rare rainbow Pikachu that is the best card from Vivid Voltage even to this day. And at the time, like I mentioned, this was a couple years back, at the time that card was booming. It was worth $500 in a PSA 10, and people were selling it for, I believe, around $200 raw. So when I had heard that, I said, oh, that would be an awesome card to send in to be graded. And I even mentioned that I would help facilitate him grading those cards because I had an account with PSA. So anyways, we go back and forth for a couple months, and it didn't end up coming to fruition just with how things worked out, and I needed more cards for the submission at the time. So I wasn't grading them yet, but he actually mentioned to me that he was willing to just part ways with it and sell it. And I think when he first mentioned it, he was asking around $200 to $300 for the card. And I just had to pass just because I didn't have the money at the time. And then eventually I said, you know what, I am able to buy it. And he, just because, we're kind of becoming more friends than we were just acquaintances. It was more than just a business endeavor. We had gotten to know each other a little bit. So basically, Ben gave me a really good price on the card, and I decided to go over and buy it. So I brought the cash, and I was ready to buy the card. And he said, hey, while you're here, before we make the deal, do you want to just look at the rest of my collection? So he pulls out this big tote that I'll have on screen, this big tote that's filled with cards. I mean, we're talking binders, we're talking ETBs, a lot of Sun and Moon, nothing, crazy vintage or anything super rare, but a lot of Sun and Moon era. And I was getting back into collecting, and I had just basically gotten into Sword and Shield, and I didn't have anything that was Sun and Moon or older. So I was happy to look at it. It was fun. We were talking, and he was mentioning to me about how he had a newborn on the way. And Ben was just telling me about how he had slowed down with collecting, and he was honestly just looking to part ways with his entire collection. And I was kind of taken back, and I was like, whoa, well, how much do you think you'd be looking for the entire collection? Because, I didn't bring a whole lot of cash beyond what I had for the card, for that Pikachu VMAX. And he says to me, after thinking for a second, he says to me, what do you think about $80, guys? $80 for everything. Everything. He was saying for that Pikachu VMAX, he was saying for the binders, the ETBs, for the entire tote. And also there were some Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. And I think even there was some baseball and football cards, which I'm not too familiar with, and I think I just gave them to a friend of mine. But yeah, everything. $80. And this was like a couple years ago when Pokemon was like huge, like it was booming. Prices were at an all-time high still, and prices hadn't come down yet. And I knew I had to jump on that opportunity. I wasn't going to tell him no, but in my mind, I had to take a second and just think and just remember about, him talking about his newborn on the way, and, talking about having to sell some things and wanting to, kind of just have other priorities. And I said to him, I'll do the deal, but I'm going to give you $140. And I know that wasn't that much more, but that was all I had on me at the time. Like I said, I was just coming to buy that one card for $120, which was still a great deal. And I ended up just giving him $140 for the entire collection. And I got everything, this one card paid for the entire thing, just in raw grade. And I did end up grading that card, and sure enough, it came back a PSA 10, and that was like unbelievable. It came back, and I think, the turnaround time from PSA was a while, so I think the price had come down a little bit at the time. So it wasn't $500 in a 10, but it was a little bit less. But even still, $140 for the entire collection. I was more than happy to pay that amount, because honestly, I should have paid him more, because just that one card was worth more than $140. And that was an awesome experience. And, he was extremely thankful, and I was glad that I could help him out. And taking that extra step can really help you to build more than just a business relationship, but a really solid relationship and even a friendship. And I continue to run into this guy in town and talk to him, and he's super appreciative still. And neither of us feels like we got screwed over or the other person got the way better end. We both feel good about it. And I think that's one of my key takeaways for telling this story, and just wanting to spread the idea that, we shouldn't be advertising us as a community screwing over others for their $1,000 collection and saying, hey, I bought this for $50 and, look at me. Like, I just think that we should really try, in a moral sense, we should try to do the right thing at the end of the day. But let me know what you think, if you disagree, or if you have different thoughts about that, let me know, comment down below. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. And I hope you enjoyed that story. And don't forget about that giveaway that we've got going on till the end of December. Going to be drawing that in just a couple weeks here. And to enter that, all you've got to do is comment, like, and subscribe, and you're entered to win. Anyways, thanks for tuning into this one, and we'll catch you guys next time.